Hello children. Today we're going to talk about small breasts, large breasts, man breasts, odd breasts, chicken breasts. We'll be milking all manners of memories today, so grab your girls and let's have a look at the marvelous melons we all know and love. Breasts were invented at some point between the Mesozoic era and Twinkies. According to the sacred ancient texts of the Holy Bible, on the first day of creation the Lord said, "Let there be light," and saw that it was good. This is a breast. I made it square so YouTube won't delete my channel. They can produce milk and sick beats. This circular, or whatever shape some of you may have, is called the areola, of which the apex is referred to as the nipple. Milk exits through the nipple and into the mouth of the nursing infant, or onto someone's face or pet if they're into that sort of thing. Scientists don't know why, but fascinatingly, permanent breasts are a uniquely human feature. Of the thousands of mammals that inhabit the planet, humans are the only ones whose boobs grow at puberty and stay enlarged throughout their lifetimes. Other animals' jugs just sort of deflate after nursing. Here are some fab fun bag facts. The world's largest natural boobs belong to the mammalian ambassador, Annie Hawkins, aka Norma's tits. Sporting a size 48V, which doesn't exist in bra terms, she just has to settle for wearing a measly 52I. She suffers from giganto. She suffers from gigantomas. She suffers from giganto. She suffers from gigantomas. She suffers from gigantum. She suffers from gigana. Fucking hell. She suffers from gigantomastia, along with the millions of dollars she makes from it. Breast augmentation is the most popular plastic surgery to date, surpassing both liposuction and nose jobs. Did you know that 73% of ladies aren't happy with their ladies? I'm personally pretty okay with mine. The only thing I would change would be to make them inflatable with helium so that I can float the fuck away from my problems. It is of utmost importance to check your breast for breast cancer at least once a year. Here, I will demonstrate how to do a self-examination. On second thought, here's a diagram. The twin peaks are never the same size, making these twins fraternal. It is legal to be topless in Hawaii, New York, Texas, Maine, and Ohio. Studies have shown that there's a correlation between men's breast size preference and socioeconomic status. According to these studies, richer men tend to prefer smaller breasts, whereas men of lower financial security tend to prefer larger ones. Let's learn how to say chesticles in different languages. Boobs in Brazilian Portuguese is peitos. The girls in German is titten. Turkish titties are called memes. Hooters in Hindi is stan. Jubblies in Japanese are called chichi, which also is the word for father in Japanese, so right. By far my favorite is the Icelandic bobbingar. The medical term for moobs is gynecomastia. Smoking can cause boobs to droop. Approximately 6% of the population has a third nipple, and rarely is it in a place that makes sense. Speaking of nipples, there are different types of nipples, including flat, puffy, rounded, and whatever. 20% of nipples are inverted. Back in the day, people used to believe that a person's character traits were passed on from milk to infant. As a result, redheads were not seen as desirable wet nurse material because they were thought to pass on fiery Irish tempers onto the child. Identical twins don't have identical boobs. Men can breastfeed. I really don't care to elaborate on that. The largest bra size is Q. An apparent euphemism for boobs is fiery biscuits. If anyone knows why, please let me know. Breast size does not determine milk production. A small breast can produce just as much or more milk than a big one. The Victoria's Secret's Fantasy Bra is the most expensive bra to date, valued at $15 million. But by far the most fascinating thing about them, in my opinion, is that people find them fascinating. Think about it. They're simply lumps of fat attached to a chest. They don't necessarily indicate how fertile someone is. And in cultures where they're freely displayed, no one really cares. To them, it's just another regular part of the body, just like a toe or an elbow. A very jiggly elbow. But to the rest of us, they're just that more interesting because we're culturally conditioned to make them that way. And I'm sure as hell that you would not have clicked on this video if it were called Facts About Kneecaps. So hakuna those tatas, be they pointed puppies or the roundest of racks, itty bitty titties or titanic teats. If life gives you melons, you point those pillows proudly. Because big or small, no titties are shitties. I'm Sevy, and once again thank you for learning with me today. What topic would you like to learn about next? Leave your suggestions in the comments below. I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube demonetizes the 23 cents I'd otherwise make from this video. So please consider supporting me on Patreon, or at least treating me to a cup of tea. Don't forget to subscribe, and also click that suspiciously boob-shaped bell for notifications. Boo-bye. What topic would you like to learn about next? Leave your comments in the suggestions below. God damn it.